Hey internet! So it's Saturday morning and I just put some clothes on, finished watching some cartoons, and ate breakfast. And right before I ate breakfast I applied my Skin 79 BB cream and my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. And I always do that every single day just to let it all sink in and blend into my skin. Then I eat my breakfast. I had yogurt with mangoes, in case you're wondering. And then I do my makeup. And I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys about how I do this makeup look that I wear in a lot of outfit of the day videos. I've been wearing this pretty much every single day to work, but even before I started working I wore pretty much this look as well, so I thought I would share it with you. My face makeup is basically done, except I haven't powdered anything because I like to let everything sink in before I get started. So over my Skin 79 BB cream, I applied just a little bit of MAC Studiofix. This works really well with BB creams because unlike over, like let's say Revlon Color Stay, it doesn't look cakey or too much. I just kind of apply that over my T-zone just to kind of get rid of any shine that I don't want, any extra glowiness. Just gonna grab a clean brush. And this is, of course, my Tarte Exposed. You guys know I'm obsessed with this blush, so it's really no surprise that I use it every day. And I think it looks really nice for a corporate setting because it's very natural and very sort of plummy brown and blends right into the skin. Such a rainy day outside today. I really wanted to film this video outside for you guys, but I can't. And then I use my favorite powder highlighting product. I do really like powder highlighters. I'm quite partial to them. So this is the Lorac Perfectly Lit Spotlight highlighter. And you can see I've made a very good dent in that. And I just use the same brush as for my blusher. And I just apply it to the tops of my cheekbones. And if my blush needs any sort of blending out, then I will also blend it out with this product because it is just so incredibly subtle. Then after that, I use my Kate brow gel. I used to always use my Anastasia brow gel. I know you guys have seen it before. It's just kind of got a medium brown and a dark brown in it, and it works awesome. But recently, I've been really liking using a gel product instead because it just looks a little bit more natural and is a little bit more long lasting. Like it will wear a little bit less throughout the day. But I'll put the details for both products that you can get in Asia that I've recently bought and the products I used before I got these as well, because quite honestly they look virtually identical. I'm just kind of having fun with Asian beauty right now, so I just use a stiff brush. This one is from Smashbox. It is definitely a loyal friend to me, and I just fill in my brows because they're a little bit sparse. It makes me look a lot more awake than I would otherwise look. I just finished that off with some kind of tinted brow gel. I used to use the Revlon one that has the pencil on the other side. I'll insert the name for that here. I can't remember it right now. But I actually used all of that up and then the very last bit dried out, so I got an Anastasia one, and this is the color Brunette, and I do really like it. So I just brushed that through just to keep everything in place throughout the day. Oh, it's Revlon Brow Fantasy that I used before. I remember I showed you guys that in like some kind of favorites video. So those are my eyebrows. And then after that, I just grab a favorite paint pot of some kind. This is my handy dandy Makeup Forever. I have been using the Maybelline ones that I absolutely love, the color tattoo ones, quite a bit, but unfortunately for this kind of favorite makeup look that I do, there is none in that collection that is exactly this color or even anywhere very near to it. This is a color 13, and if I show you up close you can see it is an incredibly luminescent champagne color, and I know that MAC and Benefit have similar ones, so I feel like that's kind of a personal choice, but this is my favorite. And when you look tired on a weekday, oh my goodness, does it ever make a big difference to use this, because right away, like, you have this great sort of lit up base on your eyelids, and it just looks so pretty and flattering. And you can't go wrong with using a product like this. And then, recently I've been loving my Naked 2 palette. It has some really gorgeous metallic shades in it. I bought it like right before I left for my trip, so it's no surprise that my everyday look has incorporated it, because it is one of the only eyeshadow products, like powder eyeshadows, that I brought with. I'm gonna go in with some Half Baked, which is a gold, and it is kind of strange that I would wear gold eyeshadow to the office, but again, like, I just want to look as awake and fresh as possible. And Half Baked is so finely milled that it just blends right into the paint pot color that you applied if you apply it lightly just in the center of the eyelids like this. And you see that? It just sort of catches the light. And at this point I also applied my highlight. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the inner corners and brow bone. You guys know the drill. And then to define everything a little bit more, I just go in with a dome shape brush and the color Tease, which is a very wearable crease color, and just apply that in the crease. And I like having a little bit of matteness like this to my look. I feel like it's more office appropriate than if the entire look was shimmery. So I highly recommend doing that on an everyday look. And Tease is just very forgiving, which I like. You don't really need like a third blending out color. You can just kind of blend it out with a little bit more of the highlighter. So finally, before we move on to eyeliner, I just go in with a pencil brush. I left my handy dandy concealer brush that I usually use for black eyeshadow at home, which is very sad. So I just use Blackout, which is a really nice buttery black shade, and just kind of define the outer V a little bit and blend it right into the lash line. Looks harsh at first, but first I just kind of pat on the product and then worry about blending after. So finally, I just go in with my favorite black liquid liner. This is a Dollywink. You guys know I used to use Lorac before, and they are virtually identical. This one just has prettier packaging. Just pull it out a little bit. And then just go in with your favorite mascara. Mine right now is the L'Oreal Voluminous. And this is just in Blackest Black. So it's not actually the Blackest Black because that's the Carbon Black. I actually like this one better. I guess old habits die hard. So that is the finished eye and face look. I'm just going to go in with, you know, whatever lip product I feel like wearing that day. In recent Outfit of the Days videos, I've been wearing my Chanel lip gloss in Wild Rose, my Revlon lip butter in Macaroon, my MAC lipstick in Impassioned, or my Revlon lip butter in Raspberry Pie. And because it's the weekend, I feel like something bright but moisturizing, and this fits the bill. You can see how bright pink that is and pretty. And just to say, in case you guys are wondering at this point, like, where's her lower lash line eyeliner? I know, right? Like, you guys must be like, why isn't she wearing liner there? She must have forgotten or something. Well, actually, no, I haven't. Even though I'm an eyeliner addict, during the week recently, like I said, under the really unflattering lighting and also kind of wanting to wear makeup that is a little bit more natural and awake looking, I've been skipping that step. What I will do is when I get home, let's say I'm going out to dinner or something like that, I will pull out my favorite Stila eyeliner and just line between my lower lashes a little bit to kind of make the whole look a little bit more smoky and defined. But during the day, I really like skipping it. I think it looks really sort of unexpected almost compared to what I usually do. So that has been kind of what I've been doing recently. And then just applying this. When I apply it, I just kind of apply it however, and then use my ring finger to pat and blend because I think this is a bit too much. Like, it looks a bit too saturated and almost like garish a little bit. So I just kind of blend it out. Raspberry Pi is actually very bright. Like, can you guys see my finger? Just kind of do that. I know that's not very like much of a technique to show you guys, but that's what I do every day. So that is the finished look. Excuse the bright red couch behind me in this whole video. I did not decorate this apartment. I'm just renting it while I'm doing my internship. But hopefully the lighting was okay because it is sort of natural light coming in from outside with a mix of sort of unnatural light coming from behind. So it gives you a kind of good idea of what this actually really looks like. And I just wore my hair in a bun today and my stripy sweater and YSL necklace that I showed you guys before in a tutorial. It was my grandma's, and I don't know why I'm rambling about my outfit, but you guys know whenever I do makeup I have to do fashion too. I just can't help it.